Hello, my name is Jenna, and the topic I chose is the hierarchy or roles of Aboriginal tribes and families. I'll be answering questions in relation to the 5 W's plus the how about this topic. Before I jump in, I wanted to make it clear that I'm talking specifically about the Plains Indigenous people of Canada, which include the Cree, the Siksika, the Piikani, and many other people groups. Now let's talk about the 5 W's, starting with 1. What is the family or tribe structure like? The leaders of the overall tribe are chiefs, and the tribes usually had several types of chiefs that were in charge of different aspects of tribal life. There's an overall chief, and there may be a medicine chief and a spiritual chief. You also need to understand that during the summer, the tribe would all come together and camp in the same place. But during the winter, they would separate into bands and disperse to hunt in smaller groups. In each of those bands, there would be a band chief, and in those bands, there would be families with mothers, fathers, and children. Next, the second W, where. Where do certain members of each role stay? The men would hunt with other band members, usually away from home. Hunting provided the bulk of food for the tribes. Women would also do the cooking, sew clothes, make tools, and tend to the children. Women would also make teepees that would haul wood and water to the campsite. They would also tend the crops. Since women did so much for the family, there was much respect for her. The children would stay at home and were taught through stories and legends told by their elders. Grandparents were in charge of taking care of the children while their parents were busy with daily tasks. Children were taught how to become helpful members of the tribe. Babies would be carried by their mothers on their backs, usually in a moss bag while the mother worked. One question for the class to think about. Why did the roles become like this? Why couldn't the females hunt and the men cook and tend to the kids at home? Do you think that this could have fueled the sexism shown today? Third, let's move on to the next W, who. Who makes the decisions? Like I said before, there are many chiefs in the Plains Indigenous groups, and they would all come together to create a council. The council would consist of the chiefs, the band chiefs, and the elders. The chief would advise, then the council would come to a decision. The system was that no final decisions would be made unless everyone agreed. Another question for the class to really think about. Do you think that this system was efficient in making decisions? Do you think that there would be any problems with this? Moving on, it is also important to note that this council would only be used for grand decisions, and they could not control all of the people in the tribe. Bands would also ultimately make their own decisions for smaller matters. Furthermore, the fourth W is when. When were the roles created? The Plains Indigenous peoples first appeared in Canada, mostly Saskatchewan and Alberta, around 100 CE. Back then, they were primarily hunters who hunted bison. Around 1000 CE, they started to engage in agriculture, which created the roles of male and female Aboriginals. Now we're talking about how. Let's answer the question, how are specific leaders chosen? Leaders are usually prophets, elders, great warriors, or wealthy people. A leader should be wise and patient and show a great deal of leadership. Finally, why? Why are roles important in Aboriginal tribes and families? Roles are important in Aboriginal tribes and families because they keep the tribe moving smoothly and it makes living easier. Having roles makes sure that no one in the tribe runs out of food, and roles also make sure that children can grow and learn all about the Aboriginal life. Children can learn the roles and how to fulfill their duties, and will grow to have respect for their elders. Roles like leader of a tribe can make decisions for people, and roles like the medicine chief make sure to cure people. Each role in the tribe is useful and comes together to guarantee a happy tribe. To wrap up, the hierarchy and roles of Aboriginal tribes and families are a very important part of their life because it gives a clear view on making right decisions from the right people. It keeps the tribe moving smoothly as they live. It makes sure that the children grow up knowing respect and how to help with the tribe when they are old enough. Thank you for watching my documentary.